Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about Marshall Silver Jubilee 2555X, the reissue, and also how it compares to the JCM800 2203X reissue also. First, let's listen to a song I wrote for this video, and I'm gonna use my Gibson Les Paul Standard from '89 with slash pickup set into my pedal board where I have Bass SD1 on and 14 Zool noise gate. After that, to get rid of the hiss, then into the amp, then into Marshall cabinet with Marshall vintage speakers, the original V30s, mic'd with two SM57s in the Fredman style. Then it goes to my Warm Audio WA412 API style preamp, then into audio interface and into Logic. Alright, let's listen to the song and then let's check out the amp more detailedly. Rock and roll. Alright, a little bit noodling before, after the song, so you'll hear the sound, you know, how it sounds alone. So, Silver Jubilee reissue. First I need to mention that I borrowed this amp from Music's. It's a B-stock amp and it will be on sale with a discount on Music's website. I'll put a link in the description below to their website. Maybe it's already there, or if not, just check out the site, it will be there. This is approved by me. It has a brand new tube abductor, TAD power amp tubes, and the preamp tubes has been changed to, can't remember the brand now, but it's been checked and everything maintenance by Music's tech guy, Eric Studer, who actually he takes care of all my amps too, does the biasing and switches the power amp tubes and whatever. He's fixed bad boy a few times because it tends to blow up. The bad boy is now here, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna compare the Silver Jube to the reissued 800. So you'll hear the differences, how they differ each other. So yeah, many of you probably know that the Silver Jube is based on a 203, the preamp and stuff. The EQ it's more precise, so it really does something, and it has two channels, a completely clean channel, and then you can include the rhythm clip to the clean channel, so it becomes a crunch channel. And now I've been having the SD, but let me check the SD off, and then I'll show you, you know, different kind of tones, and I'm gonna compare this to the 800 at the same time too, because 800, that's my all-time favorite amp, no questions. So just that you will hear the differences. So let's take the SD off. Now we have just the sound I used on the album. The settings are, I can't actually remember if these are the settings I used on the song, because I actually recorded that yesterday. Same shirt still. But now what I'm having is presence 7, bass 7, mid 6, treble 6, master 7, output master, lead master 7, input gain, hair above 6. So it was probably pretty close to on the track what I have now, because you know, I don't have any settings. It can change from day to day. Today I felt like I like this now. Maybe, you know, tomorrow it's something else. So now this is without, and check out the EQ. So let's check out the presence now first. Now it's 0. This is kind of like 800. It doesn't have that much presence, so it's actually fairly smooth. If we compare to the 800 presence, there's a bit more. But like this one and like this one, there's nothing really happening before noon. I usually have it just very low present. Usually it's on 800, it's between 6 and 7, sometimes even 8. Okay, back to Jubilee and the bass. Bass is quite a bit different than on the 800. Check it out. Still gonna use these open D and G strings, so you know you hear. Ooh, there's that. It's almost, to me, it's kind of like low mid, and I feel the Q value is narrower than on the 800. Check out with 800, the low end. It's deeper, like the frequencies, at least to me, maybe I'm wrong, but to me it feels like this is a bit deeper and the Q is much wider, so there isn't any, it's just like, you know, it sounds really good no matter where. Obviously below noon there's a little bit too much. The way I usually dial the bass with 800, I put it full and then I dial it a little bit back so it opens. There, it's 9. Okay, back to Jubilee. So there's a lot more bass, and I feel it's almost like a lower mid kind of thing. Okay, then the mids. This is even more like, listen. Now it's 0. After 6, there's this. Nothing really happens before the 6. And then it's like that. So to me, Jubilee, it's usually that one position just before where it gets hunky. Six. Okay, where is with 800? It's again wider Q. You get that curve, but it's not as like whatever the word could be. But you know, we all describe things, you know, differently. But to me, this is wider Q. It's not as. Check out with Jubilee. So it just feels that it's narrower, so it gets through like. But with 800, it's more. It's to me 800 isn't just an evolution of Plexus, which it is. So to me, again, well, I can't speak of, you know, for anybody else, but doesn't really matter where the knobs are with 800. It sounds good anyways. So I just, you know, okay, I'm about there, yeah. So then treble with the Jubilee. This is pretty similar than on the 800. I feel the Q value is kind of same. There's nowhere there's this really harsh. It just, you know, sounds good all the way. Back to Jube. There where it kind of, you just opens. A 6. And then there's two masters, because there's two channels, like cleans as crunch channel and then the lead channel, which is the overdrive channel. They share the same EQ, same input gain and stuff. So if we pull this out, it's clean. If we add chorus, on the river. Kenny Shepherd, fantastic song. So really good clean channel, one of the best cleans in my opinion. You know, Jubilee, TSL clean, amazing clean sounds. So that's that. And then when you pull the rhythm clip, so this rhythm clip only is active or affects this clean channel. It doesn't do anything on the overdrive channel. And while it adds, it's a clipping diode, it reduces the volume a little bit, so you might need to crank this. Because, you know, the idea is that, you know, you balance the channel's relations with the lead master, which is the overdrive channel's volume, and then this is the output master, which it's the clean channel's volume. And they're both masters, so you can play really quiet or you can play really loud, like I'm playing. The cab is in another room, so it doesn't. I'm monitoring myself. We are, you know, studio monitors. Well, it's still like kind of it's there, but it's an isolated room. So you get this. Let's take the chorus. Let's take the chorus. So you get this. punchy, clean, or completely clean. And the more you increase the rhythm clip, you know, so you can get quite a bit of distortion overdrive from the clean channel. Like that, when you max it. Okay, and this works with a foot switch. I don't have the foot switch now, but so you can fiddle with the balance to what is right for you for live applications. Okay, and as you hear, the rhythm clip doesn't do anything for the lead channel. And then when you add an overdrive, I mean, this has a plenty of gain, but it starts to be a little. It's like with any amp. I like to dial a medium gain sound and then just kick it into full blast with usually with Bus SD1. Okay, so now I think I have a pretty good sound in there. With the bass, you gotta be careful if it's. You can have to low it it kinda. The whole sound becomes like I can't breathe. So this is again very, at least to me, I need to find the right place, where there is bass, but so that it isn't like too much low mid mud kind of thing. Okay, now let's compare these two. So first I have no idea how about the levels. Okay, the 800 was a bit low. So 800 is now master at 4. This is 7.5 and 7. So both 100-watt amps, but 800, it's it's as loud as a jet airplane. They say it's 100-watt, but I think my bad boy, the one from '84, I think it's been measured that it's close to 140 or 160 watts. So, 800 are just beasts. But anyway, let's compare. SD on both amps. First the Jubilee. Great sound on both. I'm more of an 800 guy, it's just me. But a cool way is to, like Zakk Wylde on No More Tears album. If I remember correct or have understood correct, he used 800 and a silver Jubilee, because there's 4 rhythm guitar tracks on the album. I read somewhere, was it maybe the producer Keith Olsen's, or whoever produced that, was it Wagner? I don't remember. Anyway, I read an interview, so the producer said that they used 800, 2 tracks, Silver Jubilee, 2 tracks, just to cover different grounds. So like you hear, 800 has this, I mean the settings are pretty much the same. Around 6 presence, mids around noon, treble around 6, the master preamp is crank, and with 800 I can dial more bass because it doesn't become like on the Jubilee, so you gotta be careful. So yeah, and obviously it's a bit more versatile. 2 channels, really clean, semi-clean. You know, 800 clean the way I do clean with 800. I just roll down the volume and kick off the SD. To this day, live, I'm using 1 channel. I use the Blue Guitar sample. Just 1 channel, the classic channel, which is 800. I do everything with my hands. You know, volume, more volume, less volume, little bit tone, less blah blah blah. 1 good sound. But, you know, if you want to have a, you know, overdriven, with a channel switch. Now I needed to do it here like this because I don't have the full switch. Jubilee is a great option, so you get completely clean or kind of crunchy tone. Like that. And what's cool there is a kind of bias point in the back, so you don't need to open the amp, you just need to remove the grill so you can access to the bias points. There's effect loop, different you know, ohm options for different cabinets, and so on. Conclusion: Silver Jubilee, absolutely fantastic amp, based on the 2203. A little bit more, shall I say, sophisticated. The controls, some of these, the mids and bass controls are really, at least to me, I need to be careful with them not to overdo or do too much. It has more lower mid, which some players like a lot, like Slash. I mean, you know, he uses Silver Jubilees and his sound is kind of like, if you think about it, like that. Clean channel. You know, 800, well, you know, 800 is 800. You know, it's just, it's no matter what amp I try on this channel, whenever I kick the 800 on, to me, it's like coming home, you know, happy face, like, oh yeah. So, yeah, to me, 800 is the best amp in the world, but I really like Silver Jube. I've owned a Silver Jube back in the day, but I realized that I'm more of an 800 guy. Great amp, and yeah, there's high and low inputs, so you can, you know, make this from 100 watt to 50 watt. Really handy. What can I say? It's a Marshall. It does the job amazingly well. And like I said, you know, Music has this, approved by me, checked by me. It works. It's great. But it's not 800. Hey, hopefully you found this interesting and informative. Until next time, take care. All the best. Bye.